Good morning, South Florida. I'm Maribel Rodriguez.
And I'm Carly Barnett. Here's a look now at some of your morning headlines. All of South Florida is waking up to some cold temperatures, some of the coldest in years. Wind chills this morning are in the 30s throughout South Florida. People were bundled up in downtown Fort Lauderdale the other night. Broward County has issued a cold weather emergency advisory. Some of the county's most vulnerable received help to escape the cold weather. The Salvation Army opened its doors for homeless families. A major told us up to 100 people took advantage of the shelter overnight.
Opening arguments are set to begin this afternoon in the impeachment trial of President Trump. Just before 2 this morning, the Senate wrapped a late-night session setting the rules for the trial. Republican senators rejected all 11 Democratic proposed amendments. The only changes to the rules is instead of opening arguments taking place over 2 days, it will now take place over a 3-day period. And after the rules were adopted, President Trump weighed in from the World Economic Forum in Switzerland, saying, quote, "We have a great case."
And speaking of President Trump, he's wrapping up his trip to the World Economic Forum with an impromptu press conference. The president acknowledged today's impeachment trial, calling it a hoax and a witch hunt. He said it would ultimately be up to the Senate. The president also touted the drop of the U.S. unemployment numbers and says he invited Chinese business leaders to the White House for a meeting next week.
New trouble for NFL star Antonio Brown. Police arrested his trainer, Glenn Holt, at Brown's Hollywood home yesterday afternoon. Officers say a victim claimed Brown and Holt battered them. Holt is being held at the Broward County Jail this morning on a charge of burglary with assault or battery. Police say Brown has not been detained, arrested, or charged because they could not make contact with him. And that's a look at some of your morning headlines.
Make sure to join us later for CBS4 News at noon and get updates anytime on CBSMiami.com.